This is the story of the Hoadley family, a family that's not unlike hundreds or even thousands of other Central Coast families. They are the folks next door. Two loving parents balancing career and family, and two healthy and delightfully active children. 8-year-old Casey and his younger 6-year-old sister Helen. The story begins in 1993 when Rod met Bonnie at the SLO City Triathlon.
Oh yeah, I remember meeting her. Our first meeting was only very brief, literally minutes. That was probably it. But I just, somehow she planted a little seed in my mind. Me thinking, you know, I wonder if she's single or not.
As luck would have it, she was single, and that seed resulted in a date, and eventually, love blossomed. In 1997, Rod and Bonnie were married and made their first home together in Grover Beach. By 2001, Bonnie had given birth to their first child, a son they named Casey, followed soon thereafter by daughter Helen in 2003. Life seemed perfect, really, like the idyllic family next door. But something would alter that perfection in a way that no one could have expected.
If I was to describe to you a perfect life, I feel like our lives were perfect. Plenty of money, plenty of time, well-behaved kids, a family that spends a lot of time together and loves each other and likes to be with each other. And you know, 6 months later, my wife died.
Midway through September of 2008, Bonnie Hoadley was diagnosed with leukemia, and Rod was quickly faced with the real possibility of a future without his wife.
So I remember in my mind when I said to myself, you know, there's a good chance my wife is going to die. What does my future look like with my kids? And one of the things I saw in my future was counseling with my kids. I figured there's no way I would be able to figure out how to get through this, keeping my kids together like we were when we were married. I thought, there's no way I can go through this and teach myself and learn on my own how to raise these kids and do a good job with a family. And so what I thought was, I'm going to have to take my kids with me to counseling to learn what other people have had to do to get through something like this.
Diane Thompson is a bereavement counselor, and she heads the Children's Bereavement Program for Hospice Partners of the Central Coast.
Well, it is a gigantic event in the life of a child to lose a mom or a dad or a sibling, but they don't have that sense of forever like adults do. They don't have that developmental piece that fills in how long really is. So a lot of times adults will project that onto children and think, oh my goodness, how long it is going to be. You're going to have to go through your whole life without your mother. And we understand that, but they don't have that sense because they live in the moment a whole lot. So you spend time in the moment with them doing healing work, memory boxes, things that continue the relationship and heal it and move it along at a child's pace.
So we were as honest as we could be with them, and we told them the truth. And I feel like we took every opportunity to talk to them about it so that they were very clear. And I think that the kids heard us, and I think they understood what could happen, but I don't think they believed, much like me, I guess, that it would happen.
What I see in my eye and what I see in their eye is that longing and that loneliness. And I have a vision in my head and in my heart for where they're going to be and how to get them to that place. And I hold that vision open for them as long as they need me to. They're survivors.
The Children's Bereavement Program is part of Hospice Partners Center for Grief, Education, and Healing, and it's playing a major role in helping children like Casey and Helen. Bereavement Coordinator Claire Agard.
The Medicare program requires that we follow with our bereaved folks, our families, for at least 13 months, but there's no reimbursement for that. So hospices really have to choose how they're going to interpret those regulations, and many hospices choose to do the minimum, which would be in that 13 months to perhaps do a series of mailings, and then if a problem presents itself, to refer those families out. But this agency has always, since the very beginning, supported us in having a very full and comprehensive program, and in conjunction with this community have supported us from day one, in which we started and just developed and continue to allow this program to grow. So it's because of our agency and also the community that we have the program that we have today.
The heck was good, Helen. It's really good. It's really good.
So even before my wife died, before I knew she was going to die, I figured if she died, I would have to go through some counseling, because I just felt like there's no way I can do this on my own, and there's no reason for me to try and go through this on my own, because if there are people out there that can help me, our lives will be better. And that's really what my belief was. And I really feel like that's what Hospice Partners has done for me. They've helped me figure out what to do with my life, and basically have taught me that I can survive this because so many other people have survived it and are continuing to survive.